All right, guys, we're getting ready to rock and roll on this property right here. Now, this is going to be the last one for the season. And again, I'm going to mulch it up, make it look real nice. Mulch up all the leaves. We're not going to pick them up, just mulch them up. This one we're going to edge, string trim, and mulch. And then in the back, we are going to just blow it. There's no need to, yeah, it's just a lot of leaves. A lot of leaves. Well, you know, I say a lot, some of you guys say, man, there's not a lot of leaves. Yeah. So on this one, the way I'm going to do it is, I'm going to start in the back. I know it's like contour, you know, you should be edging it, string trimming, and then, you know, you just go ahead and, you know, mow it and then blow the whole entire property, right? I don't feel like it. I feel like doing something different. Let's get hot. All right, guys, like I stated before, I'm going to do things a little bit different this time. And again, there are like 1,000 ways to get this task accomplished. But the reality is, the customer only cares about the result, right? That's all they care about, is what the property looks like when you are finished. The only ones that basically complain or say anything crazy is us, the professional that are actually watching the videos and want to make crazy comments about, you know, you should have, could have, would have. But, you know, like I said before, guys, I mean, I say crazy because, again, I clearly don't understand why you would look at another person's video and say, well, you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Some of us want to do things the easy way. Some of us want to do things the hard way. Some of us are in a rush. Some of us have all the day, you know, all the time in the day. So judging another individual way of doing things is not what we try to do here at Blaze Grass Lawn Care. What we do is basically show you how I do things, and you know, you can learn what to do or what not to do, right? Like, for instance, this one property here, you can easily say, well, I would have gathered all the leaves, rake them up and bag them. Some of you guys would have said, you know, hey, I can just run it over with a lawnmower and mulch them up, you know, and here I am blowing them into the wood line. The reason I do this is because the customer, as you can tell, have a natural wood line. And you know, it's a natural backyard, guys. As you can tell, the beds aren't defined. Nothing is trimmed in the back as far as the shrubs. Why? Because they want it natural. You may say, well, that doesn't look appealing to me. It doesn't look good. But again, it's not your house. You know, we all like different things, right? We all have different choices in the way we want to keep our backyards. But again, this video is mainly to just talk about how I do certain things. Now, this backyard is actually, like I said before, all we do is during the summertime, believe it or not, it's lush in the back here. It looks beautiful. But again, you know, this time of the year, everything is starting to go dormant. Everything is dying out. So mainly it's just, you know, blow everything into the, you know, the little wood line and make it look nice and pretty and enjoyable for the family. That's what we're all about. And I'll talk about the front here in a few minutes. So Guys, one thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is okay, so right now we are in the winter. In certain areas it's snowing, and here, this is the way it's gonna stay. So, we stay busy. But I would say don't wait until the spring to start marketing your business. Don't wait until spring to spend all your money and put out flyers and postcards and every door direct mailers. Guys, you should be doing that every 2 to 3 months on a regular. On a regular. And you should be targeting your desired location. You have to have a desired location, guys. You can't just spend your money and just throw them out there and expect to catch something. You gotta have that one particular area where you want to work. You want to consolidate your properties in order to make the most money, because that's what it's all about. When it comes to lawn mowing, guys, you have to have that certain subdivision or certain area where you want to target and send your postcards every 2 to 3 months, whichever way you want to do it, but it has to be yearly. Okay? Why do I say that? Because everyone that is quote unquote starting a lawn care business, or everyone in the lawn care industry, what is the first thing they tell you? Wait until it starts to get warm in your area, and then people will want your business. It is true, but if you are sending your postcards, your mailers, your every door direct mailers, or whatever you do on a constant basis, people will know your brand. And that's what it's all about, right? Brand recognition. Brand recognition. Guys, put that in your mind. Brand recognition is the key. Okay? If people know your brand and people see your work, they know who they can depend on. I mean, look at it this way. When you want your AC fixed, right? Your air conditioner at your home, or let's say you want a plumber, or you want an electrician, or you want your carpets cleaned, who do you call? Do you call just any and anybody? You look for that one particular brand that you are familiar with. I mean, that's what I do. I call that one particular brand that I'm familiar with, because I know that they are going to do a good job. They are professionals, and the job is going to be done the right way. So guys, that's what you need to do. You need to put out your postcard. You need to do what you got to do on a constant basis, so people know who you are and they can call you. Everyone else is putting out stuff, waiting until the spring, until the spring. Yeah, if you put out some stuff during the spring, people know who you are, so that encompasses with your work ethic and your familiarization within that area that you want to work in, and people will pick you up and people will use you. And in saying that, guys, you also have to realize that we always talk about picking up new customers. Guys, you have your loyal customers that have been paying you constantly. You have your loyal customers that are with you 24/7. Put some effort into staying in touch with them, sending them a text, send them an email, see what's going on. They need additional work. This is where you pick up that additional mulching job, that tree trimming, those leaf cleanups, those plant beds cleanups. You know, this is where you do it, guys. Do not neglect your loyal customers because you are just boxed in into picking up new customers. You know, anytime you get to a property, guys, this is your property. Take ownership of the property because this is you. You know, your work reflects on your business, period. The neighbors, everyone else see your truck parked out there every 2 weeks or every week. They know what you can do, what you can't do. So that's where you have to make your work speak for itself. You know, that's the way people get a lot of, that's where word of mouth come from, right? Your customers are so happy with your work that they don't have any issue telling others about you. Because, the last thing you want to do, guys, if somebody to, say, hey, listen, utilize this and this lawn care that do good work for me, and you mess around and don't do a good job at the other customer's property. See what I mean? So you need to have a good work ethic when it comes to what you're doing. For example, right now, I'm edging this property. Some of you may say, well, this doesn't need to be edged. It looks good to me. But no, this is the last service, scheduled service anyway. I want to ensure that there are no doubts when it comes to the way I leave a property. I could have easily just blown this property where I can get all the leaves where the mower can reach and just say, hey, forget about it and keep it moving, right? But then guess what? I'm the type of individual that this will linger in my mind, guys, and I will be thinking about it and saying, why didn't I take the additional 10 or 15 minutes to edge the property? This doesn't take, all I'm doing is walking, guys. The tool is doing the work. So why not utilize the additional minutes to perfect your, the look, the end look, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said before, guys, it doesn't matter, what technique you utilize, what tools you use, how fast you move, how slow you move. If you edging from left to right, front to back, who cares? The customer don't care. The end result is what speaks for itself, right? There you go. So that's what you need to think about, guys. Now, you don't want to be that guy that in your mind you're doing a good job and everything is good, and come springtime when you got to return back, right? Because keep in mind, during the winter time, you never stayed in touch with your customers, right? You never send them a Christmas card. You never send them a thank you card. You just stop all communication, expecting that come spring, you can just jump back into what you're doing. And here comes somebody else, and at the end of the day, they drop you, They drop you for somebody else, and here you were thinking that, you were doing a good job. In my neighborhood, guys, where I target, yes, price is an issue only when you are not doing a good job. And I know some of you guys are going to look at this and say, well, this is not a good job. Again, that's your opinion. You're not paying me, so therefore it doesn't matter. You got to have the confidence in yourself, in your business, and don't worry about what other people say, guys, especially on social media. Social media is crazy. You guys know it. You have all these keyboard commandos, all these people that's been doing it 20 years, 30 years, and instead of them giving you pointers, they give you that you don't know what you're doing. You know, if it was me, I'll fire you. You know, many times I got that, guys. I get that on every video. But guess what? That is part of the game, right? Hey, we're playing a game. I gotta participate. So now, what I did, guys, was edge everything up. First thing I did was blow it, right? And again, it's kind of backwards, but keep in mind, I know what I'm doing. The reason I blew it first was to get all the leaves where I can get things mulched. You see, where the lawnmower can reach. That's the only reason I kind of blew everything, you know, everything out the plant beds, everything where the mower can reach, around the trees and stuff like that, because I'm not string trimming. It doesn't really need to be string trimmed. And you'll see at the end where it doesn't need to be string trimmed. And then I decided to edge it. And the only reason I edge it after is because guess what? Once I'm finished, I'm going to blow it again, right? To give it the final touch. So here I am, just kind of blowing it and making sure all the leaves are where my mower deck can reach to it, because like I said just now, you know, I'm not going to string trim it because I don't think it honestly needs it. And this way, when I come back with the mower, I'll just go ahead and mulch the leaves up, and it's going to look real good. Now, to let you guys know, the mower doesn't have a mulching kit. It just have my regular gator blades, which I install every fall, and I'll keep my gator blades all the way through right after spring. And for you guys that don't know what the gator blades are the ones with the fins, and the fins are separated with teeth like on the fins. So what those do is basically they'll pull up the leaves and crunch them up, and it makes it pulverizes your leaves. And again, a little bit of leaves pulverized into your lawn is pretty good. It's healthy. Okay, it's healthy for your turf. So here I am with the 48-inch mower. Again, all I have on this mower is a automatic chute blocker. And guys, everything that you see in this video, if you have any questions about it, I have a link in this video description to savings. You can get 10% savings of most things in here, and also have an Amazon store where you can look at exactly, you know, some of the stuff that I use. And if I don't have a link to something here, guys, you can ask. Most of the times I don't have links to the actual equipment. Okay, so if you want a link to the lawnmower, I don't have one. You'll have to Google that yourself. It's an Exmark Vantage 48 stand-on mower, or the battery powered equipment. Again, you could Google that. That's from Husqvarna. Okay, the ramp on the vehicle and everything else, look in the video description. It'll definitely help. So what I'm doing is just kind of going around in small circles to, just kind of gather up the mulch leaves and chop them up as fine as I can. And at the end, before I leave the property, I'm going to make my nice up and down passes to leave nice looking lines in the yard. And again, what I'm mowing right now is centipede grass, which again doesn't stripe, guys. Some people tell you it's stripes, and that's fine. It is what it is. But the reality is, you may think it's striped, but it doesn't last. So what we try to achieve in my area is that carpet look. I'm mowing this right now at either 2.5 or 2 inches, where I leave usually my winter centipede. And what I try not to do is what a lot of people do, is they keep bringing it down and bringing it down and bringing it down until you have it 1 inch, sometimes lower than that. And I tend not to do that because I learned that the centipede, the ideal height is 2 to 2.5 inches, and if it's not actually fertilized, then you have to kind of bring it down just a little bit more, but it survives the low cut. So here's an idea for you guys. What I do is during the winter time, even though, well, first of all, I know all my properties, right? I know which trees are deciduous. I know the way the customer likes their property to look. So now and then, again, it all depends on how much time you have. Drive around your area where you work and take pictures of work that needs to be done. And I'm assuming that you have your customer's telephone number, right? And you text your customers. Take a quick photo of their overgrown shrubs, because you know what the place look like. If they have a shrub that is too doggone overgrown and it needs to come down, take a picture, send a quick text. I can get this done for you. This is how much it's going to cost. And bam, that's it. The customer knows what needs to happen, and if they come back and say, take care of it, you go, okay, I got it, I'll put it on my schedule. Don't tell them I'm going to do it tomorrow or I'm going to do it next week. Got it. It's confirmed, I'll put it on my schedule. This way your schedule is open and you don't have a certain time when you actually have to do the work, right? You just show up whenever you want to, as long as it's not a gated backyard, whatever the case might be. You show up when you want to, when you feel like it, and you get the job done, right? Your schedule is open and you don't have to worry about all that good stuff, right? That's what I do, guys. Like, for instance, all my pine straw work is all in one specific time of the year. All my shrub trimming and plant bed cleanups and stuff like that is all done in one specific time of the year. And I don't have to worry about, I told the customer this and I told the customer that, and man, it's raining today, and I told the customer it's coming, now I have to turn around and try to fix this, try to fix that. That's the way you do it, guys. Winter is the only time that I will kind of sort of take on additional work, and that's because I want to. and that's the way your business should be. You should be scheduled, um, and have a schedule for all the jobs that you're doing, not just jump up and look. Let me tell you something. If I'm out there doing what I do, and the neighbor jump up and say, "Hey, can you get my yard right after?" I have to look at my schedule. I look at my schedule, and if I have the time, I'll do it. But most of the time, I'll let them know, "Hey, I'll come back in such and such a time." And if they go, "Well, I need it done today," hey, sorry. Because the reality is, guys, when you start packing in your schedule, right? Especially in the springtime, I know a lot of guys do this, man. In the springtime, you'll pick up a lot of customers, you'll jam them in, and then summer, especially in my area, summer is brutal. And here you are, 20, 23, 24 lawns, and you by yourself because your help decided not to show up, right? Or your help, you're not paying them enough, or you don't have any help, and the sun is beaming, and you can't get the job done. So what are you doing? You're rushing. You're rushing to do this, you're rushing to do that, and when you rush, what happens? Your work becomes garbage, right? Then you get complaints, you get this, you get that, you get tired, you stop showing up to customers' property, and then Mother Nature throws you a curveball with the rain. Then here you are stressing. Oh my God, I'm 20 yards behind. You see what I mean? No, guys, the secret is you have a certain amount of customers per day, and on those customers, you do your best. And if you have room in your schedule, guys, then that's where you throw in additional work as as shrub trimming, plant bed cleanup, lower limbs pruning on small trees, little things like that. You fertilizing if you have a license. These are the things that you pack in there, guys. You can't keep trying to do all these lawns and stress yourself, because I'm telling you, after about a week or two of doing it 20, 24 lawns every day, guys, come on, it becomes monotonous, and then you don't care. This is where the stress hits. And what happens to your family life? You have a family. You can't just work, right? So again, guys, this is just a quick example of the way I do these types of cleanups. And right now I'm over there blowing a little bit of that, a little bit of this over on the other side, because I believe, guys, everything has to be done real nice and neat all the way around my properties. I can have all the leaves in the main road and all of that. It just doesn't look right? And believe it or not, you may say, well, I'll leave it like that, the wind will blow it. And there are people, the neighbors are peeking through that window. But guys, this is it. This is the final result. Check that out. Nice and clean and crispy. The customer didn't care how fast I did it. They didn't care, what equipment I use. All they care about is when they go outside, their property looks what? Crispy. And that's what it's all about. All right? Hey guys, let me know if you enjoyed this little narration. I kind of enjoy it. I love watching my videos and talking behind it. And of course, don't forget, guys, you always blow your mower directly before you put it back on your trailer. All right? Don't junk up your trailer, even though it's an open trailer and the wind is going to blow all that stuff. Keep your equipment clean, man. All right? It reflects on your business. Have a blessed one, guys. See you on the next one. Like, subscribe. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. Be blessed. Pop Smoke. Peace.